Hey everyone, I'm back. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. About a year or so, about half a year. I don't know. Last time I made a video, it was forever ago. I've just been so busy moving and doing everything. College started back up, and I know it's already like the third week, but I just have to say, reading books. Missed it so much. I'm so glad that I getting through all of them. I have a new bookshelf, so I got all of my books back. But I just finished the series. Not a series that's like full, but as much as of it is out. As much of the series that is out. It is called the Throne of Glass series. This is the third book in it so far. It's called Heir of Fire. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh. Again, I say this all the time, but you don't understand how good this is. I have reviewed the first two. I read the first one on audiobook, and I read the second one in book form, paper form. And so those reviews will be up as well, so you can go check those out before you check this one out. Before I go into the spoiler section, all you need to know is that it's amazing. It's awesome. Awe-inspiring, the definition of awesome. Awe-inspiring, and you just can't put it down because of how wonderfully this tale is told. And the world building is amazing, and you just get sucked into it, and the characters you just grow to care so much about, and it's just a never-ending roller coaster of great bookness. If that sentence doesn't convince you, I don't know what will. Maybe the covers. Because look at that. I know you can't see that. Look at it. And when you line them up together, they're all just so nice. I know. I just can't get any better than that. Okay, so if you have not read this book, then you don't want to be spoiled, of course. Leave. Bye. Can't spin that way. Okay, so everybody who has read this book, you know how amazing it is. I can't begin to explain, but I will try. So, the third book coming in on Selena Saradathian's trip to Wendlin after she gets sent there because Chaol sacrifices his own life to have to go back to Aniel with his father so that he can save her from the king and send her to a place where nobody knows about, or she can figure out herself as a fae, and just the ultimate sacrifice by Chaol. Thank you. First of all, I love them. I'm Team Chaol all the way. You can't. Okay, and Selena is just so... Her character growth in this book is amazing. It's some of the best character growth I've seen, especially in one book. And it's a pretty hefty book, but it's still just so good. And we're not even with her the whole time. It's not just through her perspective. We jump around and we get to see so many other characters and a new storyline. And it's just awesome. I love the 3-part storyline because even though you go off of one and it's just a cliffhanger and it goes into like Manon and the Blackbeaks, and then there's another cliffhanger, and then it goes back to Chaol and Dorian and Sorsha. You have to find out everything about everyone, so it's not like you feel the need to skip over that part and then go back and read it, because Sarah J Maas just does such an awesome job. Okay, sorry, rambling again. Back to Selena. She just grows as a character. She's able to find herself. We already know that she's a strong woman because of what she's gone through, all of her scars and everything, but especially having been broken so thoroughly in this last book by losing everybody, by having the death of Nehemia inflict all of those things, and she's not able to trust Chaol anymore, and she has to leave, and there's just been secrets and everything, especially her secrets of her past that she can't outrun, that she's been trying to, and she's just able to finally accept all of that and find her place, because it's a lot of characters have that happen to them, like they can't find their own way, and of course it's like a hero's journey. They get lost and they have to find their own way and be able to know what their purpose is in life. And in some books, it becomes annoying. And some of the characters, you're just like, decide what you want already. But the way that she went about it and the journey that she had to take was perfect. Just the perfect epitome of the hero's journey. And because she wasn't annoying and complaining about it, she's strong and she knows that she can overcome anything just once she figures it out. When she says that she is lost. And she finally admits it to herself in the clearing by that lake. Okay, next. Rowan. Another perfect character. Sometimes I don't know about new characters coming through. I mean, you always meet new characters going into especially in the third book. We can't just have the same characters over and over and over again. And Rowan was the best companion ever. I mean, in the first 2 books, it is quite a love triangle that you're trying to figure out. So you're like Team Chaol or Team Dorian, trying to figure out which one you want to go for. And same with Selena, trying to figure out who she wants to go for. And you can tell that Chaol is better than Dorian. Of course, again, Team Chaol, sorry. Not sorry. And because they make each other stronger. But it's not, we don't need that romantic hint in this book. There still is, because of the heartbreak whenever Selena mentions Chaol or thinks about him, same with Chaol and her and the ring that he gave her. It's just, we still get that little hint, but Rowan being that person who has gone through and been scarred so many times and been through just as much hell for even longer than Selena has, and understanding each other on that deeper level and having it just be friendship is amazing. And it was exactly what was needed in this. So Sarah J Maas, again, I salute you. Amazing. It's so cool. I love Rowan's tattoo on his face, the story of all the people that he's lost, and same with Selena when she got it. It was just a perfect culmination of everything that has happened and honoring them. Just beautiful, beautiful. Okay, going next, Manon Blackbeak. I am so excited to see what happens there, because we are finally able to see some of her morals. She doesn't have morals yet, but she has the hint, and she can like kind of sense it in herself. So can all the others around her, and they can see that she's not going soft-hearted, but she's kind of realizing everything that has been done to her has been purposefully done to her to make her a killing machine, like the Crochin says. But do you know what I realized? Do you know what I realized? Do you know what I realized? Manon is Little Red Riding Hood! Oh my god! I know, it's Sarah J Maas probably didn't mean to do that, but, or maybe you did, and it's just brilliant, because she has the red cloak that she wears from the Crochin. She's the only one who has the red cloak. And then her grandmother is the matron. And she always has to be like, oh, sorry, grandmother. I was like, oh my gosh, you're Little Red Riding Hood! In which form? And intense, and has a wyvern. Oh my god. That was the best. When she first said that she wanted Titus, I was like, well, of course, she's the best there. She's gonna get Titus. But then as it got closer, and she kept on talking about Titus in her mind, I knew that it wasn't going to happen. And the moment she got pushed into that pit with Titus, I was like, oh, you're going to get the bait beast. And it was Abraxas, and it was a perfect pairing, and he's just going to create a heart in her, and it's just so awesome. So I'm going to keep on saying how awesome this book is. Yep. Okay, moving on. Chaol and Dorian. Chaol finally made the right decision, because he was just towing the line. He has a thing with lines, always. With Selena, there was a line. Telling Dorian, there was a line. And just being the captain of the guard, there's a line that he tows with the king. And just so many lines. Just get rid of the lines and choose who you want to be. And finally he did. I'm sad that it took such an intense scene to have it happen. And especially that they had to sacrifice Sorsha, because she was finally making Dorian happy. And I mean, I'm not Team Dorian, but I would like him to be happy. And that was a lot. But Dorian, I want to know what the king is going to do with him in the next book. I can't wait a year, because his magic and just what Kale's going to be able to do to help him, and they need to save Aedion. Okay, last character to go through. Aedion is the greatest just protector and the greatest actor in this book, because, I mean, Selena is a very good actor, because we didn't know that she was Aelin for the first 10 years of this book. And I'm glad that we got that history and got that told. But Aedion, when we first meet him, we just hate him, or I did at least. I just hated him, because Kale was going through that monologue and thinking about what he had done in his life, and that he was from Terrasen, and how he became the general of the North, the wolf, the king's wolf, and had lived up to all the expectations, and he's become Adolin's whore. But that pivotal moment when Aedion is thinking about all the names that he has, how he's the wolf, how he's the general of the North, how he's the Adolin's whore, and he has taken all those names into himself. And then that one line where he's like, but the names that he kept to himself, that he really was, cousin, protector, the ones that he loved. I was like, oh my gosh, you're a good person! And then he got captured because he's an even better person. I just want him to be able to see Aelin. And it's hard to call Selena Aelin. I mean, this entire book has been about it, and I'm glad that she finally took on the position of Aelin Galathynius. And she will be an amazing queen, and I can't wait to see what happens. But I still like the name Selena Saradathian, and I'm glad that she's going to keep it in the first part of the next book, at least. There's my ranting. I know it's super long, but I definitely approve of this book. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. It's just so amazing, and the first two build up immensely, and just, I love them. Okay? Go read them. So, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye! Stop.